Hey guys, I have another review for you. It's of the Kershaw Tanto Zing. See right there, it's model 1735T. This box is unnecessarily big for the blade. I'll get into that in the unboxing, which is happening right now. So, you see it comes in this little plastic. You take it out of the plastic, voila, you have the knife. Now the knife up against the box basically only goes to that little seal right there, as you can see. So there's all this extra box right here that's really unnecessary. So I mean, I don't particularly like this boxing, but you know, it's there. It's really simple boxing. And then on the inside you have this warranty stuff, you know, basically just says don't be an idiot and we'll cover you. Now to the actual knife itself. The steel is Sandvik 14C2 8N satin finish, and I've not opened it yet because I want you to know that the Tanto Zing, the Tanto version of the Zing, does not have the funky blade work, which really isn't a selling point for me because that's just, you know, aesthetics. I don't really think that can serve any real purpose. But the handle is glass-filled nylon. It feels like a nice handle. The blade length, that's 3 inches, which is good for the new category I'm going to introduce. And the handle length, or as people like to say, closed length, is 3 7/8 inches. And the overall length is 6 7/8 inches if you just add the two together. The weight is 3.1 ounces. There's a locking liner right there, as you can see. Thumb studs, which I both like and do not like. There's the flipper right there, which helps it come out fast. And then the pocket clip in the back, which I actually like how the pocket clip is set up. And we'll get into that later as well. But first, the thumb studs. See the thumb studs right there? They are at an angle, as you can see right there. So your thumb falls perfectly into it, and you can snap it open. And it's not an assisted opener, which also falls well into that category that I'm going to introduce. But, you know, I like that it falls in there, but you have to overcome a lot of resistance to open it. That's the first thing that I don't like about it. And the thumb studs barely get above the handle, if at all. So that's another thing I don't like. I'm trying to show you that. But the flipper, which I will probably use mostly, comes out really fast. You know, not spring assisted, comes out really fast with that flipper. So that's one thing that I like about this knife. It's also super sharp out of the box, which Kershaw blades will be. I think that's an assumed point. Now, this pocket clip right here. What I like about it is it's tipped down. I prefer tipped down, and you can't get that with spring assisted knives because the spring is right there. What I like about tipped down is when you're pulling out the knife, your hand's already up at where you will be opening it. So you could take it out and it's already out. And this one comes out pretty fast for non-spring assisted. So, you know, it's good for that. Now, this only cost me $32.11. So that right there is good, solid value for your money. Another thing that I want to get into, and I really want to emphasize this, is it is a new thing I'm introducing called EDCEW. Now, I know everywhere is one word, but I'm doing this for the sound. I like EDCEW better than EDCE, but EDCEW stands for Everyday Carry Everywhere. What I mean by that is knife laws change wherever you are. I'm in California for one, and there is no size limitation, but in some cities they do send size limits, and almost everywhere you can have a blade that is 3 inches or smaller, and it isn't illegal. That's almost good everywhere. I really haven't found a place yet, as I said in my legality of knives video, that you could probably go to like San Francisco and it'd probably be illegal there to even have a 3-inch blade. But, you know, 3-inch blades are typically good everywhere. I mean, if you're living in an area where that's illegal to have a 3-inch blade, move away. Just move away. That you don't need to be around those types of people. So this is good for my new category that I'm introducing, EDCEW, Everyday Carry Everywhere. For example, the Benchmade that I previously reviewed would not be an EDCEW, but it would be an EDC. It's an EDC because if I go into my local areas, if I say, take a trip to the mall, go to the grocery store, something like that, my local areas have no size limits and I can carry that one around. But if I go to one of these places, like I'm traveling, and they have a size limit and I don't know about it, I could get arrested for that. I know for when I'm going to Seattle and that blade would have been illegal, this blade will not because it is under 3 inches. Now, the thing that I really like about this flipper is it causes it to come out really fast, and if it nicks your hand, it slows down, which is what it did right there when I didn't draw fully. So, it comes out really fast, and if it nicks your hand, it'll slow down, so I really like that. It zings out, which probably is why they've named it the Zing. So it is a good, solid knife. I want to show you, they have this ribbing back. The handle feels really nice, glass-filled nylon. The locking liner, obviously, have it in there. Lower end knife, obviously it only cost me $32 bucks. It's a good, inexpensive knife for everyday carry. And as I've started to say, it's good for EDCEW. So this is my first knife under the EDCEW. I like this knife. Out of 10 for an EDCEW, probably give it about an 8.5 to a 9. It's a good knife for just carrying around, have it everywhere. It's a nice knife. It came out sharp as hell, which is good for a Kershaw. They're almost expected to be sharp. If they're not sharp, you should probably go to Kershaw and be begging down their door, ask them, what are you doing? This should be razor sharp. Personally, I still do like Benchmade more because of the mechanisms in it, but this is a good knife for everyday carry everywhere. Blade comes out really fast with that flipper, but again, it's not spring assisted, so you don't have to worry about it being called a switchblade. Comes out pretty fast. Let me see if I get you a close-up, pretty decent close-up. See how fast that comes out? That even nicked my hand a little bit too. I have too fat of hands, I guess, for this knife. My palm right there keeps hitting the blade. So I'll probably have to get used to that. I just got this knife and been playing around with it for about an hour. So this is very much my initial review. If I find anything else that I either like or don't like, I'll do a quick follow-up video, and you can watch that one as well. But just to a recap on the specs of the knife and a little recap on this video in its entirety, hit the main points. The steel is Sandvik 14C28N with satin finish. The handle is glass-filled nylon. The blade length is 3 inches. The handle length or closed length is 3 7/8 inches. Then the overall length would obviously be 6 7/8 inches. The weight is 3.1 ounces. It has a locking liner, thumb stud, flipper, and pocket clip. Comes out really fast. The thumb studs are both a positive and a negative. It's really sharp. The flipper works really well. It's a relatively inexpensive knife, and I gave it about an 8.5 out of 9.